Good morning, fellow viewers and followers. I've got a special treat for you today. I know the title's gonna give it away before you've even seen the video, but I just wanted to try and draw the attention of PlayStation and hopes that they will watch this and, keep updating and note that we are noticing what they are doing. So, this video is actually all about accessibility on the PlayStation 4 console. Now, you got a very brief background. I don't want to make this an hour-long video, but I was born with congenital glaucoma, as some of you may know. So that left me pretty much blind at birth, and then my glaucoma doctor was working on me since I was about an hour or two old. So I knew I was in really good hands once I heard the whole story, because obviously, who's going to remember when they're an infant? And with all the surgeries I've had, how would I remember all of these? But so, as the years went by, I started to get some vision back. I don't know exactly what my vision was before, you know, when I was an infant growing up, but when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I was, I had enough vision to walk around without a cane, both eyes, was able to play video games and all that. I had a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Nintendo DS. Well, actually, it was the DS Lite. And then, I had the 3DS as I got older, but I also had a Super Nintendo for a while. I had an N64, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and, I was playing games, and at about age 12, I lost the vision in my left eye due to retina detachments, and so that took out the vision in my left eye completely. We weren't able to save that, so the vision in the right eye had to, pick up the slack, and it actually got a little better. That was my worst of the two eyes, and then as I had to rely on that more, it actually got a little better. Don't ask me how. I still have yet to this day. My glaucoma doctor couldn't even really explain it, but my doctor told me I would be lucky if I had any vision left at all past high school, so obviously I was video gaming it up and just trying to enjoy my life, with vision while I could, and then adjust accordingly. I've been going through blind non-visual training, non-visual technique training ever since pretty much middle school, because we were preparing for this day. So yeah, I mean, it was still a big blow when I lost most of the rest of it, but especially back then at age 12, losing the vision in my left eye and my better eye completely, it left me pretty bad, pretty bent out of shape, especially because that was roughly the time where I was finishing 8th grade, transitioning through to high school. So it was a really rough time, but that's besides the point. So, you know, 16, 17 years old, I graduated high school and still had vision. I started going through college, blah, blah, blah. But, I was playing games on my 360 and my PS3 the whole time and enjoying it. I still had to be a little closer to the TV to see, but, not right directly in front of it, but, a few feet away. And then in 2015, the same sort of issues started to happen in my right eye. And, we worked diligently with my retina doctor to try and fix that. And, after about 5 months and 4 surgeries and waiting and just trying to see what happened, the muscle in my eye pretty much lost its the muscle in my eye that produces the fluid lost its will to work, and it stopped stopped functioning at all. So the eye was no longer able to maintain its shape on its own. So we had to put silicone oil in the eye, and that was pretty much the end of my video gaming. But I still have the PS4, and I'm still planning on at least using it till it dies, and then kind of see if I'm gonna buy, the next gen console, seeing how the next gen console is gonna work. But don't worry, this story had a point. So, now that I can't play video games, I still want to, utilize my PS4 to its fullest, and that's kind of what you're hearing in the background. I've got a theme from the game Destiny by Bungie. When I was still able to see to play video games, I was playing some Destiny, and I really like this Destiny background music, background noise, so I put that as my default theme for my PlayStation. And it was also the most high contrast theme for the settings menu and party screen and friends list and all that messages. So it was the easiest for me to read. It's like a dark blue on black, or it was a white on dark blue background. So it was pretty easy for me to see. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to at least start showing off, is the PlayStation 4 accessible for the blind? Now, I have not been able to find out, I have not been able to figure a way for, us as blind individuals to turn it off and on, by ourselves, or turn it on for the first time by itself. You do need somebody with vision to kind of help you set it up. But once you set it up, you can also set it to your quick start menu, and I'll show that off in a little bit. But you can set it to your quick start, and then, you can find it. It'll read it to you, and then you can enable and disable it at will. So I could just kind of want to give you a brief overview and kind of show it off. So this video is going to be a little long with that story in the beginning, but I hope you still enjoy it. So here we go. This is our PlayStation 4. And now you're going to have a different sound when you start it up, because it's going to have the default PlayStation theme. But here we go. So I think I need to turn it up a little bit. Give me just a sec here, guys. Okay. Okay, so trophies, settings, power, button, settings, trophies, profile, party, messages, events, communities, friends, notifications, PlayStation Plus. Button. Okay, so when you hear that noise, that means you've reached the end of the list. So that was me going from right to left. So at the very right, power, settings, trophies, profile, party, messages, events, communities, friends, notifications, and PlayStation Plus. So that's what's called your function screen. And then it said home screen. We're going to go from left to right now because that's where everything starts. So PlayStation Store is at the very left. What's new? That's kind of what your friends are doing. If your friends have gotten any new trophies lately, all that. So you can press down. So it doesn't read that yet. There's your media player. So if you have all your music or videos on a hard disk drive, flash drive, any of that, you can plug it in. It has 2 USB ports on the front. So you can plug in your USB port or USB drive or thumb drive and utilize the media player. The media player is accessible. I'll show that off here in a bit.
TV and video.
There's your TV and video area where your internet-based apps are.
PlayStation View.
There's PlayStation View. That's their TV service.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
Options button. R. Survival Evolved. Just Cause 3. PlayStation Now. Diablo 3. Rebirth. Live from PlayStation. Friday the 13th. The game. Friday the 13th. The game. Tales from the Borderlands. APD Reloaded. Invisible Incorporated Concept Legend of K Anniversary. Library. Button.
Okay, so I've reached the very right side, the end of the list. And then if we go up,
Power. Settings.
settings,
Settings. Account management.
going to the very top,
Button. Data handling, health and safety.
data handling,
Accessibility.
accessibility,
Account management.
account management,
Parental controls, family management. Login settings. Button.
login settings,
Logging into the Kiosk network.
network. So this is where you can go in and
Connect to the internet.
connect to the internet on.
Set up internet connection. Button. Test internet connection. Button.
So it will read this actually. So if I go here,
Test internet connection.
so it's testing. It's not going to read it as it's testing, but listen.
Connection test complete. Obtain IP address. Successful. Internet connection. Successful. PlayStation network sign-in. Successful. NAT type. Type 2. Connection speed download. 59.1 Mbps. Connection speed upload. 6.5 Mbps. Connection speeds are estimates only. Actual speeds may vary depending on the connected servers and network traffic.
Okay, so
Settings.
it does read that there are some settings areas where it still doesn't read for some reason. PlayStation's just needing to work a little more diligently to get more accessibility baked in, but they are a lot better than it was when I first turned it on.
Notifications. Button. Devices. Button. Storage. Button.
So like if we go to storage,
Text to speech unavailable here.
you notice it said text to speech unavailable here. So for some reason they haven't enabled the text to speech engine for this particular setting area.
Settings. Storage. Function screen. Settings.
Okay, so I want to show off
What's new? Media player.
media player.
Hey, Dad, can we put a pin in this
Okay,
one?
so
Media,
we're not gonna.
Media player. USB storage device.
Okay, so the very top you have your. See now it kind of goofed on me. Hold on.
Home menu.
Still not perfect, but
Button. Home screen. What's new?
so
Media player.
media player.
Button. Media player. Recently played. Button.
So you got your recently played,
Options menu. Favorites. Button.
your favorites,
Options menu. USB storage device.
and then your USB storage device.
Options button. Options menu.
And then once you click on that,
CD PDK. Folder. Android. Button. Folder. Comedy specials. Folder theme. Folder. Sin. Folder. Lost VIR. Folder. Movies. Folder. MPs. Folder. System volume. Folder. TV shows. Button.
okay, so you've got a bunch of different stuff, and then as you click through it, you'll be able to
Media
watch
player.
whatever you have on there or listen to whatever you have.
Button.
Now, I don't have anything connected to my network, but if you have a network attached storage or NAS or server, then as long as you have the DLNA enabled, you'll be able to stream stuff through your house. Like I have a WD MyCloud 2 terabyte drive. That's a network attached storage device. So if I had that plugged in, that would be there, and then it would have an option for music, photo, video, and then you just kind of go through and start listening to whatever you want to listen to. I'm not going to do it because I don't want any kind of copyright issues. So we're going to go back home,
Media player. Button.
And then if I hold down the power or the
Select and right buttons to select
home button on the PlayStation remote,
function screen where you cancel. Quick menu.
there's your quick menu.
Button. Close application.
So at the very top, I have my closed applications. So
Confirm. The following application will close. Media player. Okay.
so the following application will close media player,
Home screen.
and then it goes back to the home screen.
Options button.
Go back to your quick menu.
Devices.
Then you got your sound and devices menu.
Volume control. Speaker for controller. 25 of 25. Button. Volume control. Headphones. Dim. Output to headphones. Check audio. Adjust microphone level. Dim. Brightness of DualShock full light bar. Dim. Set time until controllers turn off. Do not turn off. Turn off device. Button.
Okay, so this is where you can turn off your controller. And then,
Sound devices. Notifications. Button.
so I got my notifications in the quick settings now. Because for some reason, the quick or the notifications area does not read from the function screen that I showed you. But it will read via the quick settings notification area. So, PlayStation, I'm not quite sure what you're doing here, what you're trying to get at, but come on, you're kind of doing things half-assed right now. Just do the job. Just do it completely. I don't know, what's going on. This isn't the only area where you have one area where it'll read it, and then go to a different part, and it won't read that same thing that it read before. So there's your notifications.
Power.
Power. So
Enter rest mode. Button.
you can put it in standby mode.
Lower power consumption. Turn off PS4.
You can turn it off.
Restart PS4.
Restart it.
Button. Close all power. Party.
Party.
Button. Currently, there are no
This is where you can
Create a party.
join a party with a friend or make a party and invite some of your PlayStation friends if you have any.
Online friends.
And then there's your online friends area.
Online status.
Online status, so you can have your status to online or appear offline.
Music.
This is where you can control your music.
Accessibility.
There's your accessibility. So
Enable text to speech. On. Invert colors. Off. Enable custom button assignments. On. Checkbox.
okay.
Accessibility. Button. Broadcast. Button. Share play. Button. Customize. Button.
So there's your customize where you can customize your quick settings menu or your quick menu to your preference. Share play is if your friend is playing a game, he can turn on share play and it'll and if both of your internet connection speeds are good enough, you can go ahead and connect to the person playing the game and you can actually listen, or if you have sight, watch somebody play a game.
Share play. Broadcast.
Broadcast is live stream. They've got live stream capabilities on the PS4 and Xbox One. So
Media player. Button. Function screen.
if we go back up here,
PlayStation Plus.
so
Notifications.
there's your notifications in the quick or in the function screen. So if I click on it,
Text to speech unavailable here.
it'll say text to speech unavailable here.
Function screen.
But yet it'll read it in the quick settings.
Button. Friends.
Now the same with friends. If we go into friends,
Text to speech unavailable here.
it'll say text to speech unavailable.
Function screen. Friends. Button. 5 online friends.
And then you can hear it says 5 online friends. So it's reading what's in it, but it's not reading it once you click on it.
Communities.
Communities, that's like if you have any video game communities that you're subscribed to. Pretty sure that one won't read either.
Text to speech unavailable here.
Yep.
Function screen. Events. Button. Text to speech unavailable here.
And then events. That both the communities and events was added when I didn't have vision, so I don't really honestly know what's in there exactly.
Messages. Button.
There's your messages.
Messages. All. Button.
So all messages.
Menu. Favorites.
Favorites.
Options button. There are no favorites. All. Button. New. Create message. New. Kanyanudo Tony B. Nagris.
and then it'll say new or not,
Options menu.
and then you can create messages,
Function screen. Party.
and then your party.
Parties. Create party. Button. A J1294. Create party.
So there's your create party.
Button. Invite game. Function screen.
So
Party. Parties.
now,
Create party.
another thing that doesn't really make sense to me.
Create party. Create party. Button. Party name. BL1 and DB4 and D1 times party. Make this party private. Off. On.
So we're gonna make party private on.
Player limit for create party. Create party. Please wait. Invite players. All friends. Button.
See, you notice how it says invite friends, all friends, or invite players, all friends, and then
A J1200. Godskills underscore 23. Milman 079. Tattoo Panda. The Miss Ninja underscore. Scarlet Spider-Man. Not selected.
okay.
Checkbox. All friends.
So
Five.
it reads your friend list here,
Private party.
but when you went into
Invite.
the friends section, it doesn't read. So PlayStation, if you're watching this, please fix it. I don't really understand. I don't know how your system is coded
Square button.
or your system software is programmed. I really don't, but I don't understand how it works one place and it doesn't in the other. So that's a very brief overview of what we have in the PlayStation 4 menus. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I wanted this to be a nice special surprise and something different for you. So let me know how you like it. I'm going to try and keep you up to date once, things change. If they add features or capabilities, if they get rid of features or capabilities, I will keep you up to date. But until the next time, guys, this was Dusty with Blind-Droid Tech, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.